Hi, beautiful day, and it's the end of August, and I've got 7 books to talk to you about as the second part of my wrap up. So we'll get through these as quickly as I can because I know you've got other things to do. The first one I finished was How to Build a Boat by Elaine Feeney, and this is on the book along list, and it's I listened to it on Audible, and we've got a young lad, Jamie, who's 13, in rural Ireland, about to start secondary school, and it's a single-sex Catholic school run by Father Folks, who seems to have a hold over the community and the school. Jamie is brought up by his father, Owen. His mother died very soon after giving birth to him, and he wants to build a perpetual motion machine to keep his mother's spirit alive. Jamie is on the autistic spectrum, and his dialogues sometimes are almost poetic. You could listen to him for ages. Anyway, a couple of the teachers take him under their wing, Tess, an English teacher, and take a woodwork teacher, and the idea is that they will build a boat, a cover. And this building the boat brings together the whole community. It's a really nice read. Then the next one I read was Annette Galliard, that comes out on the 21st of September. And it's Once a Monster by Robert Dinsdale. Now this is a Greek myth reimagining. What if Theseus hadn't killed the Minotaur? What if the Minotaur is alive and kicking in Victorian London? We've got elements of Dickens here as well, with the descriptions of Victorian London, and whereas Oliver Twist had Fagin and his pickpockets, here we've got Mudstone and his mudlarks, these kids who scavenge around in the mud of the Thames looking for treasures. 10-year-old Nell is one of the mudlarks, and she comes across this huge man washed up on the shore, who she nurses back to life, and this is Minos, and she develops a bond with him, and he tells her stories of his past as he's trying to remember who he is. And Murdstone sees in Minos a way of making money. So you've got that element as well, and as well as Nell's dreams to be a dancer. A lovely story about, you feel for Minos as he's trying to discover who he is. Then after that one, what did I read? I read this off the book along list, Tan Twang Eng's The House of Doors, set in 1921 Penang, and it's the story, a fictional account of Somerset Maugham and Gerald Haxton staying with the Hamlins in Penang. The book starts in 1947 when Leslie Hamlin is delivered a book, and it brings back memories of the fortnight in Penang in 1921 when Somerset Maugham and Gerald stayed with them. And during that fortnight, Leslie told him secrets that she'd never revealed to anybody, and these secrets take us back to 1910. And this is where fact and fiction merge a little bit, because we've got the murder committed by Ethel Proudlock and the Chinese revolutionary Sun Yat-sen. Beautiful book, secrets that have to be kept in relationships, and you feel so sorry for Leslie at times. Then I read another from the book along list, A Spell of Good Things by Ayobami Adebayo, which disappointed me a little bit, because the blurb said that there was this event that brings Anayola and Woola together, and I was waiting for it. I seem to be waiting so long for it. Anayola lives in poverty, Woola is a doctor of a wealthy family, and at some point there is an intertwining, but it takes so long to get there. This is my opinion anyway. Alternate chapters emphasise the gap between the rich and the poor. It's a powerful ending, and she does discuss some important issues, but it just disappointed me, that one. Then we go to the first of a trilogy, Epic of Helinthia by M.J. Pankey, which comes out on the 1st of October. Now, this is a Greek, a fantasy set in ancient Greece. So you've got the heroes, you've got the gods, you've got the villains. We've got a fictional island, Helinthia, a fictional goddess, Helinthia, and the island has been thrown into famine. As soon as Xerxes took over the island, then there was famine. It's almost as though a punishment from the gods. Dagon, who's a basileus of one of the city-states, he wants to start a rebellion. That's one point of view. Other point of views are his sister Gonivane, who's in love with Kelric, another point of view, who's the son of another leader of a city-state. Gadnor is Kelric's brother, and then Forluna is a nymph. And you've got twists, you've got gore, you've got violence, you've got appearances by the gods. This is a very good start to a trilogy, and I think this, if the other two books are the same, then this is going to be a really good series. Then I moved on to one of my Japanese cozy comfort reads, and it was The Kamagawa Food Detectives by Hisashi Kashiwai, and this comes out on the 5th of October. Very similar in vein to Before the Coffee Gets Cold. You've got Nagare and Kiyoshi Kamagawa, who are food detectives. They will track down that special meal, the meal you ate with your mother, the meal that you ate on your engagement, something like that. If there's a special meal, they will recreate it for you. So you've got 6 stories. 6 people go to this restaurant, and it's beautiful descriptions of food, absolutely. And it's not just the meal they eat, it's the emotions and everything that goes with it. And then the last one I read this month was another from the book along list, Pearl by Sian Hughes. And this one, we've got Marianne, who lost her mother when she was 8. Her mother just walked out the house and never came back. And the book is Marianne now, a mother herself, and it's the story of how the loss impacted upon her, how the memories of her mother that she's always had, are they true? Are they things she's imagined? And she merges this with a medieval poem, Pearl, about consolation. And you've got beautiful writing in here, and as the story goes on, you and Marianne understand why her mother walked out, maybe. A beautiful story. I like that one. So with these 6 I read the first half of the month, 13 this time, and I think my book of the month is Northwards by Daniel Mason, I think it is. I've lost it. Hang on. Yes, Daniel Mason. Northwards by Daniel Mason. I thought that was an absolutely phenomenal book. Comes out on the 1st of September. And it's the story of land over the centuries. Gorgeous. So that's August. And I will catch you next time. So happy reading. Take